Ramble.
Thank you to Green Chef for sponsoring this episode.
I got a pocket full. I got a pocket full of sunshine. Welcome to Guilty Pleasures. No more. We'll get a copyright.
Oh, you're right.
Welcome to Guilty Pleasures. Welcome back to the Tucci Zone.
Yes.
Welcome to the Emma Stone-a-sance.
Oh.
Today we're talking about... I did.
It was really
Emma,
good.
the Stone-a-sance?
The Stone-a-sance?
I love the Stone-a-sance.
Can we make this month the Stone-a-sance?
Just
It'll
do
be
a
hard.
Stone month?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or let's get stoned or whatever.
I will drive you both to and fro watching you get stoned for the Stone-a-sance.
Stoner Mania. We're talking about Easy A. We're doing it. We're going back to where Emma Stone began. She's having a moment.
She began in Superbad.
Where she broke out.
Where she broke out. Let's
It was
get it.
her movie.
I was
Yeah.
going to quiz you guys if you remembered Emma Stone's first role,
Yeah.
and you did. It was super bad.
Superbad.
The most iconic.
The greatest rom-com of all time, in
From
my
blonde to
opinion.
redhead.
I'll agree with that. You hadn't seen Easy A, Kelsey, which really shocked me.
Yeah.
I'd never seen it because I think I did the thing where I missed it, and then I was afraid to admit I'd missed it. So I've just been like,
Keeping it on ice. Yeah.
keeping it on ice.
So many people just learned a lot about you in that second, where everybody was just like,
What do you
"Wait,
mean?
I thought you saw Easy A, Kelsey," and then
I've been lying.
and you've been lying the whole time.
No, it's one of those movies where you'd seen the previews and seen it referenced in memes so many
Yeah.
times that you think you've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
And then watching it, I was like, finally, it all feels complete.
Yeah.
You know?
Emma Stone is having such a moment.
She should.
She's
And
always
she
having
deserves
a
this
moment.
fucking
All
moment.
right. Let me just start off by
Break it down.
saying, if Paul Giamatti is a Riz god, so the fuck is Emma Stone.
Yeah.
Emma Stone's the Riz Queen.
Riz queen.
Yeah.
Riz fucking goddess.
And we don't ever know shit about her personal life
No,
anymore.
no. Even though you feel like you know her.
Yeah.
Married to an
It's fucking
SNL
crazy.
writer.
Oh, sick.
She is
Very
married?
beautiful. Yeah, she has a
Since the fuck when?
she has a kid. Does she
No,
not?
she doesn't.
Does she not
I
have a
don't
child?
Emma Stone does not have a fucking child.
Let me see. The Poor Thing star has one child, a daughter
No!
named Louise Jean
What?
McCary.
Give me this.
It's crazy.
Are you out of your
I think
mind?
she just had a kid. I remember hearing this on a no, that was somebody else. Never mind.
What? I need to know when this happened.
Yeah.
2023, November 2023.
Okay, yeah. So she just.
I
they
never
just
saw a
have
picture
child.
of her pregnant.
That's good.
How'd she do?
That's sick.
The three of us went together. We saw Poor Things.
Oh
It
my God.
Might
best.
be my favorite movie of the year.
My
Same.
favorite movie of the year.
It's so fucking weird and fun,
Yeah.
and she is electric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I love about Emma Stone is she, started as this it girl, right? She started as a love interest, and then
Yeah.
she was this it girl, and then she decided, no, motherfuckers, I'm going to
doing it.
dedicate my life to being a little weirdo.
I'm doing weird
Yeah.
shit.
I'm a weirdo,
Yeah.
and I'm going to make a show. I'm going to
Yeah.
make The Curse. I'm going to be the most bizarre, unlikable person you've ever seen.
Yeah.
She's just the weirdest.
great.
And honestly, watching Easy A back, I'm like, oh, you always been weird.
You've always
She's
been that. Like,
the
yeah.
girl next door theater kid who
She's a
made
theater
it.
kid.
She's still I still have it out that me and her might be friends.
Yeah, she's got a Renee Rapp about her. She has the energy of somebody that can make you believe that you are friends with her.
Every interview.
Everybody
she's
is friends with her.
them.
Everybody is friends with her.
There's an interview I watched of her and Mark Ruffalo, who's also so good
Oh
in
my
Poor
God,
Things.
that fucking
And the way that they
scene
clearly
stealer.
just love each other
Yeah.
and love hanging with each other.
Yeah.
Also from that interview learned, her name's Emily.
Yeah,
Mm.
she changed it when Judd Apatow also said dye your hair red instead of blonde, and that's what made her. Yeah,
She's a brunette.
Wait, is that
she's a natural blonde.
shut the fuck
Oh, she's
up?
a natural blonde.
Yeah.
Oh,
Also,
fuck.
the reason why her vocal cords are like that?
Or
raspiness?
raspy?
Yeah, it's because when she was a baby, she screamed and cried so much that she permanently damaged her vocal cords.
Oh, sick.
So people are like, it's so sexy, and she's like, my mom almost killed me
She was a nightmare child.
That's funny.
And now she sounds like a jazz crooner.
with
Yeah.
red hair.
Maybe she just wanted to be an actress at a young age. She knew that she
had something
wanted
to
the
say.
attention. She had something to say.
She didn't go to regular high school.
No, she was so
You know so much about Emma Stone.
Dude, she's like my dream girl and best friend, future best friend.
Wait, tell me more. I love this.
I just feel like what I said, she was of the teenage era, strong women lead.
Yeah.
You wanted to root for her. But again, I missed this one. And I don't know how it flew under the radar because I loved it so very much.
That's wild.
I know.
That is wild. it was brought up in school because we were doing a bunch of like modern retellings of old plays where we were doing like 10 Things I Hate About You, and then this movie came up as well as a nice thing.
What grade were we in when this came out?
I don't remember.
Let me take you all the way back to
please.
2010.
Yeah.
We were in
second
high
year
school.
of college. That's
Second
why
year.
I was.
Oh, we were in
high
college.
as a
There it
kite.
is.
Yeah. Okay. This was Emma Stone's.
Yeah.
What?
I said maybe I did see this.
This was Emma Stone's true breakout role. This was her first starring role. So much so that in the credits, she is the last name. In the opening credits, she's the and Emma Stone, which is
And
like
introducing.
yeah, right.
That's
Wild.
crazy.
Easy A is a modern retelling of Nathaniel Hawthorne's The Scarlet Letter.
Hester Prynne.
Hester Prynne. Instead of
What?
The woman's
you didn't
name
read
is
The
Hester
Scarlet
Prynne.
Letter?
No.
Oh
What?
my God! We were forced to read The Scarlet Letter in
We
school, and
probably
it
read it 10 times.
sucks
in
so
school.
hard. That
Yeah,
book.
we got to skip it and watch Easy A.
Damn. What was your high school like must reads? Like we had Hatchet. Did you guys have to read Hatchet?
No, we had
Oh my god! If you read the
to-
Hatchet, I need
Of Mice
to know.
and Men.
Free a
Yeah.
Mockingbird.
To Kill a Mockingbird.
Of course.
To Free a Mockingbird. To Kill a Mockingbird.
To Free a Mockingbird. It's so much different.
What?
Yeah, truly.
Holden Caulfield. Catcher in the Rye.
Catcher in the Rye.
Catcher in the Rye, Great Gatsby.
Great Gatsby.
Um,
The classics.
We
Yeah.
also did we did like Gilgamesh
Yeah.
and the Odyssey.
yeah, we
Oh,
did the
damn.
Odyssey.
Yeah, Gilgamesh just blows.
Yeah. I read.
It's the first story that was ever written, and like, hey, we
Yeah.
support and we appreciate your service, but they got a lot better after
Yeah, I
that.
didn't do Gilgamesh. Did Dante's Inferno. Though.
Oh, wow.
That shit is sick. That that
We
made
were
me
too
love
young.
like that level of gothic literature.
I love though that we were forced to read Scarlet Letter 150 times because it's like when we're thinking about like story and like themes and like genres, we chose like the most Mormon ass fucking religious god like slut shaming fucking thing. And to be honest, I don't really remember much except for Proctor.
I only remember the A.
Really?
She
her
was
name.
forced to wear an A on
Yeah,
her chest because
yeah.
she was having a baby out of wedlock.
It's so funny. We all got the same amount from the Scarlet Letter. All you guys
Yeah.
had to do was just watch Easy A.
Well, Easy A is a modern retelling of everyone's favorite Nathaniel Hawthorne classic, but instead of adultery, though they do have adultery in
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Easy A is about a girl who she's overheard. She's a straight-laced student, and she lies about losing her virginity. What begins as something overheard in the bathroom spreads like wildfire as a rumor, and she decides, I'm gonna claim this. I'm gonna wear that A, and instead of being shamed, I'm gonna wear it proud, loud. And she becomes the.
School slut.
Thank you. I was trying to figure out a way to
say
not say that. I was gonna say.
There's a proud school slut. One real recognize real.
Yeah.
She
sick.
becomes the school slut.
Yep.
Sounded it hurt when you said it.
Slut.
Slutta.
And it changes her life. But then other people go, wow, maybe you could change my life too.
Yeah.
This is Easy A.
Great. I'm going to spend most of my time talking about Emma Stone. Maybe I'll talk about Sandman a couple times, but mainly about Emma Stone. This is a great depiction of a smart kid, like, and for them to get it in 2010, and I feel like we've kind of gone past the whole like, oh, this person is a straight-laced student, so they don't know anybody or they don't do anything.
Fucking nerds.
Fucking nerd. They're in the corner.
Losers.
They're underneath the trees and all. It's like, no, I'm somebody with riz, all that stuff. I can fucking
like
talk
literature.
to dudes. I'm witty. I got fucking banter for days.
The banter in this movie, don't quit.
Yeah, she's great. She's fantastic. Her fucking huge blue eyes or brown eyes, whatever the fuck her color
They're buggy.
are.
Green, aren't they?
Or greenish.
We'll get through all the colors. Her purple eyes,
Her-
just to cover our bases.
Emma Stone's large red eyes are so beautiful.
I'm a big fan of how Emma Stone has whited out pupils.
I love how Emma
Googly
Stone.
eyes. They're googly eyes.
I love how Emma Stone looks like she's been taken over by the Night King. You know? Love it to death.
The way the little slits come out like Voldemort.
What color are her eyes? Who knows?
Who
But
knows?
They're big.
I'm
But-
going with green.
But yeah, she's fucking as the story progresses and the way that she I don't know. I always thought when watching this movie, I was like, interesting choice to not just say the truth immediately rather than just like the own it part was a choice. I was like, okay. But then you see her personality, you see who raised her, and you're like, a person raised by those parents.
The best quirky parents.
The greatest depiction
I've
of
ever
parenting
seen.
of a teenager I've ever seen.
Real quick on Emma Stone, the movie hinges on her, right? And certainly her team found the right script to be like, hey, this is your breakout.
Before it was even optioned.
How do you know everything about EZA? You've never seen it. This is crazy.
I remember it was Screen Gems that made this, right?
Maybe.
And she read it before they optioned it, and then she asked to audition first. And then they were like, okay, fine, you weirdo. But then they auditioned a million other people, but they picked her. I've seen enough interviews of her.
That's great.
I think I even watched like a 10-year reunion watch episode of her on YouTube.
Kelsey, you've never been more knowledgeable about any movie we've done on this show.
I don't retain a lot of information in this big old noggin of mine.
Yeah,
I
me neither.
really don't. But there are some little spaces carved out for special people like Emma Stone, Jennifer Lawrence, Stanley Tucci, apparently.
Oh, the Tucci's loose,
it's
baby.
Tucci month, baby.
Yeah, you and Jennifer Lawrence should meet because you're the same person. It's
and
Emma
Emma and Emma Stone. We would all three of us take over the world.
Yeah.
Or we'd implode because we're all the same person.
Anyway, yeah. Implode. Yeah, I think that you guys would probably like kill each other.
The Emma Stone of it
one.
all, like the way she also plays this character as if she's not the hottest girl at that school, makes me giggle because all of a sudden when she does her like makeover montage moment from good girl to slut, I'm like, bitch.
But I don't even think, me personally, that she is acting like she's not the hottest person in school.
But why isn't she then?
I think she's just like, oh, I'm attractive. Who cares? Let me get these fucking personality points going.
They do that in these movies, right? Like my first initial instinct when turning this on was Mean Girls, like a John Hughes throwback.
It wants to be so bad.
Yeah, Cinderella Story.
Big time.
And Princess Diaries.
Okay.
Like
All right.
the Mandy Moore Mean Girl, preppy, like
She's all that.
saved, like high school wrapped up in a bubble. Like it just has this aesthetic feel good of those 2010 movies that they don't really like do anymore. But they do that in those films where it's like they make the hot bitchy one, right? Like they make them Mandy Moore, they make them Regina George, they make them these women that like all of them are way too hot to be regular people. And that's my gripe.
Okay.
I would say most movies should be hotter, and I
Yeah,
I
I
disagree
agree.
That's what indie films are for. You know?
I agree.
There you
But
go.
like there was never a call out of like her hot friend hanging out with her and then people looking at them like, why are they hanging out?
Allie
or
from
why
Allie and AJ, or
Yeah.
she AJ.
Is she the sister on Phil of the Future? I don't know who she is in Phil of the Future.
Yeah, she's on Phil of the Future.
Yeah. I know she's on it.
The cast of this,
Yeah.
out of control.
Stacked. Fucking stacked.
First of all, I want to give just the majorest of major props to whatever casting director decided
Allison Jones, probably.
Yeah.
it had to have
Let's
been
be real.
that Amanda Bynes should play the villain.
A Christian
A
villain.
Christian evangelical nutjob villain. That because we watched all of these teen movies where Amanda was at the center and she rocked. But to watch her get to be mean,
Was
Yeah.
so
delightful.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was meant. She could play a villain today, and I'd go see the shit out of that.
It's just so fucking unfortunate what they did to this girl's career because she's so good.
I know.
She's so
Every time
versatile.
we talk about her, I'm gonna get a little sad.
I get a
because
little depressed.
She was our girl.
Yeah.
that was it.
And like we were like three goofy comedy yucks.
Yeah.
We loved her.
Man, the show fucking bangs, man.
So you mentioned the parents before.
Yeah. Oh
Can we
God.
please?
Tooch is loose, baby.
Tooch!
The
And who's the
Tooch.
woman?
Give it to me, Tucci.
Uh-huh.
Can we get our soundboard back? Give it to me. Give it to me, Tucci.
Give it to me,
Give it to
Tucci.
me.
Patricia Clarkson.
Yeah, Patricia
She's
Clark.
famous.
She
Yeah,
rocks.
she is. Of course she is.
Best known for her role in Easy A.
See, I think
Wow.
No, I'm
a
kidding.
lot of shows try and do that. The quirky parents, like I'm a cool parent, but this one totally nailed cool parents, cool teacher that I
Yeah.
believe.
Thomas Hayden Church, so suave.
What
Oh.
a fun name to say.
His name is Sandman. It'll always be Sandman. His name is
Thomas
Sandman.
Church. Thomas
It's fucking
Church.
Sandman.
The parents are they have such wacky theater energy. The whole household.
Yeah.
And here's a theory because there's banter.
Banter.
My theory is that they were just doing this on set.
Yeah.
That Tucci, Patricia Clarkson, Emma Stone, they just kept talking in a little theater voice to each other. Top of the day. And the director was like, I can't stop them.
I can't stop them. I gotta let them run.
The
Let
scene-
them cook. But
the scene when they go T goes way too fucking long for a movie, and you know the director had to fight to keep that shit in. He was like, "Just wait."
I think he had to fight to call cut.
Yeah.
I think that they would still be doing that scene to this day.
Yes,
they were
worked
bouncing
so
off
well.
of each other so fucking
And as
well.
much as I wanted to like also hate it, I couldn't.
No,
Yeah.
I
it
couldn't
works.
at
It was
all.
great.
It worked.
But like,
I would hate it in
even-
any other movie.
Honestly, it starts off with their adopted black son. I felt like that's what broke it, where he's just like, blah blah blah, you're gonna be like this when you grow up, and then the kid's like, well, I'm not gonna be because I'm adopted, and he's like, who told you? And he like fucking hits the cabinet. I thought we were gonna wait until he was older. It's so fucking funny.
So fun. And that's the thing is this movie has a lot of bad cheesy jokes, like not very good, over characterized jokes. It has a lot of really good subtle ones
It's
that fuck.
Yeah, it's just really good, straight up like just I am a funny person and I'm going back and forth with you and I can talk to you on a level that is like more genius or wordy than usual.
It's the kind of script where like they was written a certain way, and then when the actors got there, they were like they said it a certain way, and the director was like, "Yes, keep that." Because wasn't the director the same? Who did
Will
he also
Gluck.
do?
He did. He just did the Sydney Sweeney, Glenn Powell movie.
Oh, nice.
Green Chef is a CCOF certified meal kit company. They deliver everything you need to eat clean so you can nourish your body with chef-crafted, nutritionist-approved recipes packed with clean ingredients that support your healthy lifestyle, and they taste great too. They've got some flavor-packed recipes. They've got the buttery lemon garlic shrimp, harissa apricot chicken, maple butternut squash risotto, and a personal fave, the sriracha tamari beef bowls. Maybe you're looking to stock up on functional snacks and clean beverages to energize you throughout the end of the year. Well, shop their green bundles, now available at Green Market. You can easily add on to your weekly order. Maggie came home the other day. She smelled the air. She was like, oh my God, what's going on? I'm like, yo, you sit down, 25 minutes or less, I'm going to be there with a piping hot meal for you. You know we love HelloFresh, and now Green Chef is owned by HelloFresh. They got a wider array of meal plans to choose from. Go to greenchef.com/60guilty and use code 60guilty to get 60% off plus 20% off your next 2 months. Again, greenchef.com/60guilty, code 60guilty to get 60% off plus 20% off your next 2 months. We did a whole month.
Yeah, we did.
On Stanley Tucci.
And we didn't do this.
Talking about how hot he was. And we didn't do this movie. We were going to save it for another Tucci munch.
No. Correct.
Now selling
Correct.
Tucci munch.
Tucci munch.
Correct.
It's a little peanut buttery, a little savory.
No, it's Tucci, but it's Tucci
Sweet.
Munch, but it's spelled MUNCC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tucci Munch, the new candy bar coming to you.
And then you have Tucci Munchie, which is like the little mini version.
Oh,
Gotta
yeah.
have my Tucci Munch.
If he doesn't start a line of snacks called...
It's a Pomodoro flavored candy bar.
Oh, my God. Yes, it tastes like prosciutto or something.
Yeah, like vino. Vino
vino.
flavored
Yeah.
snacks.
We did a whole month of the munch, and we didn't talk about this movie. I was saving it for another Tucci month. And this is the hottest he's ever been.
This is
This is maybe the hottest anyone's
because
ever been.
you know why? Because he belongs in the fucking kitchen. As soon as you see him in the kitchen, you're like, this is where Stanley belongs.
This is where the
man.
man's meant to be.
This is where the man is meant to be.
Honestly, my favorite line of the whole film was when he says, I was gay once for a
Yeah.
little while, a long time.
Everybody does it. A long time. He's a wow. Who cares? Everybody's gay for a little bit or whatever.
So good.
My favorite line is the non sequitur of like there's a beat and then he goes to the black son and he's like, So where are you from?
And did you notice he's smoking a green bean when he does it? He picks up a green bean off the plate and goes,
Yeah.
So where are you from?
So where are you from?
It's like the parents like huffed ether before every scene. I want to read you what I wrote down, because the first scene, he's cooking in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Oh, he's about to be so, and he goes, Olive says something, and he goes, quote, I would take a bullet for you right between the eyes. I would slit my throat.
Yeah.
Tucci.
Tooch.
Are you kidding? That's a father?
Yeah.
That's a man.
Yeah.
That's a lover.
That's a thespian.
That's a thespian. So in order, I wrote these notes, not about the movie, just to myself.
Okay.
Should I get into Henley's? Should I start cooking? I should get into wine. He looks like he smells so nice.
Yeah.
Buttery.
Absolutely.
He smells buttery.
Buttery.
Oh, I
like
think it's
whipped.
I think
I
it's
had an
deep,
aftershave, deep oaky
deep musk.
Yeah, with a hint of butter.
A hint of butter, but that's coming from his hands, not his neck.
Ooh, that's I know because I'm licking them. That's
Like,
not
you know how like a nice wine is like, it's light, but it kind of makes your mouth pucker a little bit.
Ooh.
I'm like picturing, I can taste him, is what I'm saying.
Nice.
I
Yeah.
know what he would taste like to kiss.
Yeah. Hell yeah. That's very good.
And
That's a good De Niro also.
there's something, he's almost too hot as a dad character.
I didn't believe it.
They got to tone it down.
Yeah.
They got to tone it the
Tone
fuck
it down.
down.
I'm wondering, like, young women who watch this movie, like, were you just so smitten by this character who's supposed to be in the periphery?
Yes, as a young woman,
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you.
I remember watching this movie when in 2010 and thinking, this is how I want to raise kids. Like immediately, I was just like, "This is just talk different, be very open." Like
goofy.
there's a point when you're like, "I'm an adult, you are a child," all of that stuff. Where they're just like, "We're not gonna say twat in front of this like 8-year-old," but once you are, I don't know how old she was in the movie, 16, let's say. Once you're 16, then we can actually start having conversations. And I'm also going to allow you to make mistakes.
Oh, yeah.
And trust that you'll figure it out on your own.
What good parents.
I would
Great
love
parents.
to have, I had parents that were like almost so hands off. They weren't around.
Yeah.
They didn't exist.
Yeah.
But I would like to think I'd be the parent that, this is what I hope parenthood is that like, you're a kid, you do your fucking thing. I'm an adult, I'm going to do my fucking thing. And we'll meet for dinner.
But
And
there
in
was
this
like,
movie-
I think it comes down to the one moment of Tucci coming in. Papa Tooch came in her room and she's like tearing up all of her dresses and making like the sluttiest outfit that she can. And then he notices it, clocks it. She's like, this is gonna end up bad. But he's like, all right, wait, you got it. And then he
Yeah.
just leaves. Not like he's like, are you okay? Are you sure you're okay? Okay, well.
He knows
luck.
it's
Best of
teenage
luck.
girl
Yeah.
drama.
What I like about it is that the parents are smart and they know their daughter's smart. Their daughter has earned trust.
Yeah.
They believe in their daughter. They believe in who she is as a thinker, as an independent woman, as a young. They know who they raised.
Yeah.
And so even when like the boy comes over, they don't know that he's gay yet, but they're like they make a bit out of it. And
Yeah.
so they go up to the room and Patricia Clarkson goes to her husband and is like, "Hey, there's a
boy.
There's a boy.
a boy. And Tucci just looks up and he's like, damn, my
Yeah.
girl's growing up.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not going to stop it, but I trust her to make good
right
decisions.
decisions.
Yeah.
And that
That's what it is.
That feels
That's what
good.
it's all about.
that feels fucking
If
That's
you've
good.
healthy
You've been raising,
parenting.
if you've been raising somebody for 15 years and you do the handoff back to them, and you don't allow them that trust, and they do like kind of fuck up, then I think that is on you. You can't like actually force them to not do the things that they're doing. Or
Parents
Now,
are
if
trying
Kelsey
to
were my
relive high
daughter,
school.
that would be a different
I mean,
story.
yeah.
Well, if Kelsey was your daughter, you wouldn't be around.
Oh!
Am I right?
I'm so sorry.
I'm fine. I'm fine. They were busy, they said.
Yeah.
Where do we want to go next? There's so much greatness in the cast and great
Let's
scenes.
hop on over to big old Penn Badgley.
Oh, sideburns.
Oh,
Penn,
that's side,
honestly, thank you.
sweet boy.
Sweet old gossip girl.
Yeah.
The biggest gripe I have with this movie is that you're expecting me to believe that no one saw how hot Penn Badgley was from the first frame of this movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Penn Badgley is there the whole time.
He's there.
And he's as gorgeous as he ever was.
Yeah. And he's, again, witty. There's that witty banter just keeps on popping up. And everybody who can't do it with her, like she does with her parents, you can see that there's like some kind of offness about it. She's like talking over them. It's more of like a character trait, and it's kind of like showing, oh, these are the people that get her, that get her decisions. And as soon as he starts going back and forth with her, I'm like, oh yeah, this is a great.
He
match.
reminds her of her father. That's why she falls in love.
That's probably, and it's her.
I could
it's her
picture
stepdad.
Is it?
Tucci is her stepdad.
What?
And he's just like, oh, it's almost like we're related. And then she says, only by marriage. I think that's what I took from that line.
No, because in the part when she's like, I dated a homosexual once, and she's like, please tell me you didn't marry him and have 2 children.
Maybe. Who knows? Who cares?
Yeah.
Just Garrick inventing his own lore as we go.
No,
along.
I heard it.
I thought it was a bit. I don't know.
Yeah, it might have been a bit. I'm sorry.
Penn Badgley is the school mascot.
Yeah.
He is first a Blue Devil, and then he's a Beaver.
Swimmer.
He's a swimmer.
He's a waiter at Red Lobster.
Yep.
And he also, there's like a little bit, he somehow is totally unaware or unaffected by all the school drama and gossip.
Yeah.
He's like living a fully parallel
Yeah.
life to the school.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah,
I
because he
liked
doesn't
that
care.
character. It was believable in the sense of like, he was in the middle. He wasn't a jock. He wasn't a nerd. He did all these weird things that normally, like in any other movie, he would have been bullied for, but like because he truly doesn't give a fuck what anyone thinks, he's just living his fucking life, and people are letting him.
There are a couple characters in this movie who kind of feel like ghosts.
Go on.
Please.
So Penn Badgley is like floating in between social circles, and he doesn't seem to understand the school drama. No one else talks to him. No one bullies him. He just is there to help Olive and comfort her.
Yeah.
To comfort Emma Stone at the end of scenes. Allie of Allie and AJ fame is her best friend. Where the fuck is she?
Oh,
All of their scenes are filmed in downtown Ojai or sitting on the top of a car. She doesn't go to the parties with her. She just gets mad at her afterwards. And I'm like, was Allie so busy doing her Phil of the Future thing that she couldn't come down to Ojai for a full week? They had to shoot her out in 2 days?
Yeah.
She's a ghost.
Right. Was that your theory?
Yeah, that she's a ghost.
That there are ghosts in this movie?
I think they're ghosts.
They're
It
ghosts.
weirdly fits. I believe it.
Easy A, it was the ghost of Hester Prynne coming down. This movie takes place in Ojai for no reason other than that I think that Ojai is a dope ass place and they just want to hang out there.
I think it's just the boonies.
I've spent a ton of time in Ojai and I like low key want to move there. If I ever disappear from LA, that's where I'm gonna be.
Someone go find him, knock on his door.
And it was like really like I was doing the DiCaprio meme where I was like I recognized everywhere.
Really?
That's great.
Oh yeah. They literally filmed so many scenes in one little strip, and for Allie specifically, they literally were like, "Hey, we're gonna block shoot 3 different scenes. We're gonna go up this street, down this street, across the street at night." It's just like boom, boom, boom. They just did an L, and I know exactly where they did it. And actually, the movie theater was there too. They filmed on one street. They knocked out 4 scenes in a day.
Why were you in Ojai for so much time?
It's delightful.
He just likes it.
I'm just curious.
Jason Segel moved there.
Nice.
I
Weird
saw Aaron
impression.
Paul at a pizza place there.
Nice. I think.
I honestly,
celebrities are moving
regret
out there.
talking about it. It's like
Is
like
that-
the best kept secret. I don't want you to know about it.
Is that where Shrinking is filmed? Also,
I don't know.
Oh.
It looks like it.
It does.
Yeah.
It's like kind of out on the off the beaten path.
Yeah.
Like just far enough outside of LA. It's vibey. You want to know why I fell in love with Ojai?
Why?
Is Vampire Weekend when they were like they hadn't played in 4 years. They did a special concert at this place called Libby Bowl. It's a park in downtown, and it like holds like I don't know 400 or 500 people, and they did a Saturday night and a Sunday morning concert, and it was super memorable. And it's just like a place that has just a vibey place.
All right, we know where you're retiring.
Yeah, I love it.
That's sick.
We've thought about it.
I'm really curious about the high school culture of sex for you guys. Like, I get it. We've made fun of it 1,000 times. I was big old slut. You guys weren't fucking blah, blah, blah. But, like, just curious, I believed this so much because this was, like, what sex culture in high school for, like, freshman and sophomore year.
Yes,
like,
there
by
was
junior and senior year.
Nobody cared.
See ya.
Yeah, there was a
Everyone was
girl.
fucking.
There was a girl at my high school that everybody was just like would like quietly talk behind her back and be like, "Oh, she be sucking and fucking."
She was a Hester Prynne.
I think so.
Sorry, she was sucking and the fucking.
Sucking and the fucking.
Wow.
Did you suck and fuck?
No, I didn't suck and fuck.
Dang.
But yeah, it's just show she was. I don't know. See, watching this
social.
movie, I'm not sure. She was social. She was social, and she was. She had Riz. I mean, so like every guy that she was talking to, you would see that in the hall, and you'd be like, oh, she probably fucked that dude. But in actuality, she probably is just
hanging out.
She's just hanging out, and she has good conversation.
I don't know that we stigmatized. I think we were jealous.
Yeah, I think we're all jealous.
I think we were like, wow, that's cool.
I think that's what it is, and it's also like, oh, she's cute. She's very cute. It sucks that guy is talking to her because I would have also loved to talk to her, but at the same time, I'm going to assume that they're sleeping together. And
yeah.
Actually, something I will say that this movie does depict is that there was a lot of anger, I'd say, between the women, and then with the men and the boys. Let's call them. They're boys.
The boys.
The boys. They were like, "Oh, you're easy. I'm not going to respect you."
Yeah.
Right.
And I thought that was well observed.
Yeah, because like it was interesting the way she lied about it, right? Because my first instinct too was like, why not just tell your supposed best friend that you like? Why does your best friend want you to have fucked so bad? I have a conspiracy theory about them being lesbians.
She's a ghost.
But moving on, yeah,
Lesbian
ghost.
Okay.
But I was like, why didn't she say it? And then I remembered back to like. It was a little bit younger for us, but I'm going to call it high school, when girls would lie all the time about coming back from summer break and being like, I had sex with a guy on summer break at the beach.
Fingered in the back of the bus.
Yeah,
the back of the school
did.
bus.
And I'm like,
coming
why are
home
we
from summer
so?
camp. Sorry,
and Rainie, I'm really curious
I don't know
because
why.
Pinky
you were
up
in
my
high
ass on the
school
Ferris
what
wheel.
grade?
Yeah.
I graduated in 2015.
Oh, wow.
Holy fuck.
Rainie, what
Okay.
grade are you in now?
What grade am I in?
That's when you graduated high school?
Yeah. But I feel like my school was like, I don't know, people were just dating and not really hooking up. Nobody hooked up ever.
Damn.
One
What?
time, this one
When you say
girl,
hook up, do you mean kissy kiss or sexy sex?
Okay, one time this girl
Those are
in
different
senior
definitions.
year sucked this guy's dick, completely destroyed her reputation.
Damn.
It was crazy.
This is why all high school stories have such like weird fragmented reactions, because we had such polar opposite high school experiences. If somebody sucks somebody's dick, you'd be like, oh, she fucking rocks, dog.
Yeah.
That's cool that she does that.
Different schools. Every year has their own intricacies. I definitely remember within our friend group like some lying, not about sex per se, but I guess as I got older, like over exaggerating your different experiences. Definitely, I was embarrassed to have said like when I hadn't had a first kiss, right? I was like, oh no, I've done that for sure.
Yeah, it's absolutely that situation. You go through high school and you hit senior year and you haven't had sex yet. You're like walking around like a poor beggar, like with a pan.
Honestly,
like, oh please, somebody please.
I was the last one to have my first kiss and quote lose my virginity quote, which isn't a thing. But for the sake of this conversation, back in 2006, let's have it be. And I was 15. So
You're telling me you hadn't got butterbean lemon squeeze cowbell?
I hadn't yet.
Wow.
And I was fucking like desperate. I was literally like, I will do it with anyone, but I wouldn't.
Yeah,
I was
no,
so
no.
desperate,
You're
but
very
I was
picky.
like, no, but he has to be, and they have to be. And then I found out that I had sex with a girl like 100 times before I realized sex with a girl was that. Yeah. But for men, it was like all of us just want to do it, but we think it's supposed to be perfect. We think it's supposed to be the right time.
Do you think that your sexuality is most women and one very specific type of guy?
Oh, every single time.
Yeah,
it's every woman and one man.
I was trying to give you the outs of not
no,
doing, okay.
one type of guy. It's probably Freudian, right?
Yeah.
Probably my dad.
Your dad.
Great.
What's your dad look like?
Stanley Tucci.
Okay.
Cool. I'm certain I've told this story. Maybe I don't even want this in the episode, but it feels appropriate to share while we're sharing. Is that because of movies, like I had such a I guess myth in my head that physical intimacy, like that sex, that virginity, it had to be the perfect special thing. And so in high school,
He hasn't even said anything.
No, I just figured out your type. Your type of guy. I'm gonna say this later.
in high school,
great.
I had a moment where someone was like, let's, we were hooking up and they're like, let's have sex. And I was like, I can't.
Nice.
Stop.
Oh, it's the moment's not right.
Yeah.
We haven't lit the candles.
No.
It was a spontaneous thing. I'm not gonna just.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna just.
Where were you?
In a bedroom.
Nice.
Where'd you lose it?
In a bedroom.
Hell yeah.
Yours?
Hell yeah.
Not my bedroom.
Whose?
Someone else's.
Hers?
Different. Her.
Uh-huh.
Someone in college. I don't know.
Oh,
Oh.
a dorm room.
A dorm room.
Yeah.
Sick.
No,
This
apartment.
is how we find out Zach's never
Yeah, Zach is a
like, yeah,
bitch.
we did it in a dorm room.
That's so funny.
Yeah, no, I went into the whole part,
Yeah.
right?
Where'd you lose yours?
My bedroom.
Yours?
Yeah.
Special.
That must
Very
have been
nice.
trippy.
Comfortable.
That was very
His parents
stressful.
were home, right?
My dad was
Garrick's
I
looking up.
remember
He's like,
this story.
just like we practiced.
Yeah, right. It was almost like a bit of my dad seeing that I was taking a girl upstairs and then him kind of just checking out and being like, almost. Like I knew my mom would have like tripped, but my dad, I feel he would have like just kind of let it go.
I cannot believe you were ballsy enough, no pun intended, to do it with your parents home.
Yeah, sometimes
That's insane.
sometimes you just gotta, hope that you're in a far enough part of the house that nobody hears anything.
Well, to get us back on track, I want to hit the iconic scenes in this movie.
Really quick.
I'm
To
dying
get us right
know
off
this.
track.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but you can't just drop a comment like that about my type of man.
I think Kelsey's type is tall man that just took off a hoodie and is okay with how his hair is.
Wow. Wow.
He's like, it works.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Dude,
It's too well observed.
you're fucking me up right now because I'm just seeing every man I have slept with or dated seriously in the last 10 years
I'm-
taking off their hoodie.
I'm picturing a tall man taking off his hoodie. I'm like, oh yeah, that is broad shoulders. That's
Yeah,
Kelsey's
yeah.
type. Yeah.
Yeah.
and their hair is just whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, their hair's just there.
I need to call my therapist.
Okay, I'm
Okay,
sorry.
sorry. Take us back on
Please,
track so I can
please.
forget about that.
Please back on track.
Well, to get us back on track, I want to hit the iconic scenes in this movie. There is not a sex scene, but an incredible fake sex scene.
Oh, wow.
Where you have Dan Bird, who is the goat of these kind of movies.
The
Cinderella
fucking
Story.
goat.
From
The fucking
Cinderella
goat.
Story.
Zorro.
He is like probably the perfect scene partner where he's just like, I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna do whatever I need to do to get this going.
It's
Let you
crazy.
shine.
I
Yeah,
looked him up because
he does.
he was in Cinderella Story, he was in this, and then he was in 80 episodes of Cougar Town or 150. So he got that check. He did well.
Man.
But then he said goodbye.
He's done?
Well, I don't
I'm
know.
sure
He's still
he made
acting,
his-
but not enough.
He doesn't.
Not enough.
Not enough.
A lot of these people that have been popular in the days of residuals,
He got paid.
They got
Oh, he got
fucking
paid.
paid. If they don't
They're not
spend that,
struggling.
they're fine.
He was on Cougar Town when this show was on. Yeah, in the early 2010s. He got them residues.
Yeah.
Wow.
But they have just a great scene of going into the bedroom at a party. He is gay. He's getting bullied in school, and so he wants to say hey, if everyone can just think until I graduate that I'm straight, you can help me out. It's gonna save my life.
Yeah. Devastating scene of him actually being I don't think I can take another day. I was like, oof, ouch.
That's the why. That is why I believed her why.
Oh, no. I once we got there, I was like, oh yeah, all the whys make sense. But I'm talking about her making the decision to just be I'm just gonna wear the scarlet letter.
Yeah. I can
But
have
anyway.
chlamydia. That was my favorite
That was
line.
crazy.
Oh, it's so sweet. But watching them, there's a couple scenes in a row where you get to see the weirdo that Emma Stone is.
Yeah.
And the way that Emma Stone goes for it.
She does.
She does her body in
Yeah.
weird things, and I love it.
She's moaning. She's going. I mean, even the scene, I'm jumping off the sex. In the scene after this, there's this one random interstitial where she's playing on a guitar and she just goes, oh, wow, wow, ka-chow, ka-chow.
Yeah.
She is.
It's the Ferris Bueller's reference. when he's
is it?
playing the clarinet or whatever, and it's really bad.
Okay.
There's like so many John Hughes references in
Yeah,
this.
I think that I did read that in the.
And it's like,
IMDb index.
and he's like not.
Kelsey, not all of us watched the
single
10-year
lesson.
anniversary. Not all of us have listened to the director's commentary track of this movie.
We all know what I think director's cuts are, and we learned that I don't know what that is correctly. Don't you remember when I told you about watching director's cut of Cinderella Story?
Oh,
I thought it
just
was
the
like
commentary.
Yeah,
That's funny.
yeah,
That's pretty good.
yeah.
I don't know what more I have to say about it except that she's just weird. She throws her body around. She spanks him.
Yeah.
He spanks her.
Although
she
her
punches
moans
him in
were
the nuts.
very fake.
Her
He gave us real moans. She was giving us fake moans.
She was.
Look at the trajectory of her career, by the way, from this to Poor Thing. She learned.
She learned.
She
She understood the assignment. Where with this one, she was like, "Oh, we're just gonna do fake moans, and I'm trying to make you have real moans with like crazy situations." And then in Poor Thing, she's like, "No, I'm actually having sex with somebody."
That was wild. Yeah. That was a great movie. I'm gonna go see it tonight.
We need to see that again.
I'm gonna go see it again.
I swear to God, if she doesn't win for Best Actress, I might burn the city down.
Let's go tomorrow.
Well, what about Lily Gladstone?
Shit.
No, she's great. Emma outperformed her.
We're gonna
Lily-
do an
I mean-
Oscars episode.
Yeah, we
Stay
need to
tuned.
do
We'll
it.
get our debates out
Yeah,
then.
we will.
But
Yeah.
You haven't even seen Killers of the Flower Moon.
I did. Well, let's because I want to make sure we hit the best scenes. Let's talk about the Lisa Kudrow, Thomas Hayden Church
Thank you.
plot line.
Great fucking plotline. Sorry.
Great casting.
Great casting.
Great casting.
I was until at the top of this episode, I remembered that the Scarlet Letter is about adultery. I was like, why the fuck are they doing this plot line?
Yeah.
Lisa Kudrow sleeps with a student.
Yeah, she does.
Well, he's 22.
He's 21.
Almost turning 21.
Yeah.
He's turning 21. He's 20. I'm sorry.
And he's the guy from
Twilight.
Twilight, which they make a reference in.
I was gonna say, Never Back Down.
Yeah, Never Back Down.
One of the greatest villains I've seen portrayed.
Oh my God, he's so
good.
evil.
He's so
and
good.
Was he in OC?
I think so.
Oh, he's got an OC face.
He's got a fucking OC
Yeah,
face.
he like when I saw him, I was like, damn, it sucks they didn't let him shine like that.
Yeah,
because
they shoved him in there. I
Yeah.
don't think he was even written.
yeah, he's a fantastic villain.
So this Christian boy gets chlamydia.
Yeah.
And then
Which is curable with 10 days of pills. Not that big of a deal. Don't worry.
blames
Not a
Emma
huge deal.
Stone. Turns out he's fucking the teacher.
Whoops. Guidance counselor.
Where did
Guidance
counselor? Where did she get chlamydia from?
I was
Him.
wondering.
No, him. He got it and gave it to her, and she gave it to the husband.
What?
He had it.
But that
Gave
means
it
he
to
was fucking.
her.
I thought that he was.
He didn't lose his virginity to her. He was fucking everyone. Is it the
Was he?
Amanda Bynes girl?
Okay.
Boyfriend?
Yeah.
He was fucking around,
Okay.
but was like falling in love with Lisa Kudrow.
Wild
Interesting.
plot line.
Yeah.
Crazy.
What a choice.
I liked it.
I liked it too. Because I didn't see it coming. When I said, who is he? You know who I thought it was going to be? I thought it was going to be the gay boyfriend, Brandon. I was like, who did he give chlamydia to?
I thought he was going to be gay with Brandon.
I thought he was gonna be gay.
And then when it cut to
I-
Lisa, my jaw hit the floor.
That also, I mean, that could have been cool. That could have been a cool plot. But I do like how it was like the lie kept like ballooning. Kept
Lie kept
ballooning, and until it like reached adults and they're like, okay, this
What
has to stop.
Something I forgot to say about Dan Bird, who is that I believed his performance as gay, but I did not believe him in those flip flops.
Drag her. Daddy.
Nice.
So one of I think the better scenes of this movie. I mean, just Emma Stone's relationship with Thomas Hayden Church, who has the most gravelly voice. Oh, I love listening to him talk.
Right.
He's excellent.
Yeah, he's got sand in his throat.
Hell yeah. But like we all like I feel like we all had that one teacher
Yep.
who like
Yeah.
they got me.
Mr. Lennox.
I got them. Like
Yeah,
we got that shit.
The adults in this movie are very well done.
They're
like
cool.
I think they're just like they understand what it's like to be that age. And it's just like I'm gonna talk to you like I'm not stupid and I don't notice what's going on. Or like when he saw her in the lunch line, he's like, "What are you doing?
Yeah.
What's going on? Are you okay?"
They talk to you like you're adults.
Yeah.
And they treat your problems
Yeah.
like they're actually problems, but they
Yeah.
also don't try and like insert themselves into
Right.
your life.
That's how most of my high school teachers were.
That's cool.
That
Yeah,
rocks.
yeah.
I mean, probably one of my favorite scenes of this movie is when she runs into his office and says, your wife is cheating on you and got chlamydia from a student, like, or whatever she says. And then she realizes, like, oh God, I'm so sorry.
I just
Yeah,
heard
we're
my
not-
favorite.
We're not friends. We're not like this.
It hurt.
This is her going after school, talking to a friend of hers that she's
Yeah.
been doing all of the time, and then she's running in and she's like, "Well, this is my buddy. I need to tell you this, blah, 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 blah." And it's like, oh, fuck, this is an
a
adult. This is a
marriage.
marriage. I just ruined 2 people's lives.
Lightning round of things to hit before we move on. Malcolm McDowell, you got motherfucking Clockwork Orange as the principal.
Fucking sick.
Oh, that too. That
Fucking
is
sick, yeah.
Wild.
Yeah.
Just like, wow. How
Why is he, like,
Why?
how, why?
My
How
job
did you get
is
him?
to keep the girls off the pole and the boys off the pipe.
Oh, God. Oh, another good Tucci line. You what's going on with your look? You look like a stripper, but not like you look like a high-end stripper, like for politicians and athletes.
Politicians and athletes.
So good. So good. Because we hadn't thought of the word of escorts yet. So
We
yeah,
hadn't?
just, no.
Oh.
Lelaine cameo, you got Lizzie McGuire's best friend in one scene. I don't know if it's supposed to be a cameo or she just like auditioned and only got role of girl number 2 at the end of the movie.
Okay.
Did you
Where
know-
she runs up to her and says, what does she say?
I don't remember, but it was like, what the fuck are you doing here? You're supposed to be hanging out with Lizzie.
That was
Yeah.
wild.
You get Allie of and AJ fame getting a text on a sidekick. That made me nostalgic.
Love it.
The kiss at the end of the movie. That's a hell of a first kiss.
And her arm was like crouched underneath him. It was wild.
She
That
jumps
first kiss was
into his
weird.
arm, they twirl, and then ride off on a lawnmower.
Yeah, they do.
John Hughes reference.
Yep. Say anything.
And then the freeze frame.
Yeah, this movie really wanted to be
Breakfast
a John
Club.
Hughes movie, and I liked it a lot. I don't think it's good enough to be a John Hughes movie. Like when you, I'm just
Wow.
gonna be real. Like
Wow.
when you are like comparing yourself to all the greatest rom-coms of the '80s, it
Yeah.
kind of like makes you realize like, okay, well, you're not that.
But it did. I felt like it was referencing it enough to where if you were of the age, you understood it and you liked it, and if you didn't have to explain it and you didn't have to like outwardly say it, which is what I liked about the vibe of it.
Yeah. I think that nobody's gonna agree with me on this, but Spider-Man Homecoming did a better John Hughes movie than this movie did.
Yeah, him running through the hedges.
Yeah, it was like it just felt like it. Like the director got it. He
Yeah,
understood what
I
a
don't
John
know.
Hughes movie
I
felt
feel
like.
like when you
or
think of
is.
John Hughes movie, it's a high school movie, and that was about Tom Holland becoming
No, he's
Spider-Man.
No, he's in high school.
Yeah, but it wasn't about his journey through high school.
This is about him trying to balance the two. It was like high school and being a superhero.
No one wants this from this episode, but I'm going to tell you that I think what holds this movie back is the direction. I think that the cast is spectacular. The script is really good. This was a low budget movie. I think, let me say this actually in its favor, such an impressive
Yeah.
and smart pitch
Yeah.
to take a book that high schoolers have to read
And then put it in.
and put it as a modern adaptation.
It's
like,
actually.
sells itself. It's so smart.
Yeah, it's actually like pretty insane that nobody thought of that sooner.
Yeah.
You know, like
It's
'cause-
brilliant. It's
yeah.
What would we do?
It's like-
Three Musketeers?
Yeah.
Hatchet?
Let's talk through the books that we had to read before. Let's do Gilgamesh.
Hamlet.
Hamlet. Othello.
Hell yeah. But I think about like this movie, it references all the John Hughes movies, right? And so it wants to walk in the iconic lane of those. And where I think it falls short is in its direction. So you have her talking about how in Ferris Bueller there's a dance scene, a musical number,
Oh.
just because.
Yeah.
And then you have Emma Stone, who's going to do a musical number for the entire school. She gives the performance for that scene to be iconic, but it's not iconic,
Why?
right? We don't talk about that scene because of the way it's shot and because the song is just like fine. She gives that performance,
Yeah.
but I
That's
don't
fair.
think the movie's rising to her level.
That's a good point.
That's fair.
That's my opinion.
It needs more, it
and I'm
needed
going to
more
say
theatrics.
this nay again. It was right. Your opinion.
Oh, okay. I was like, yeah, all right.
Lightning round. Emma Stone is a vlogger. We stan. She's a Twitch streamer.
I
Hell
was
yeah.
giving podcaster. I liked it. It was giving serial. I liked it.
Yeah.
One of us. Are you ready for some fun facts?
With
do it.
Zach's back.
These are actually really good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we got some good into today. We do this section regardless of if the facts are good, which is probably a bad idea. But so what the scene we just talked about, Emma Stone's through line vlogging, that was her audition.
Oh, wow.
That's how she dropped it.
Wow.
Just the first one, I think. Just the opening scene. Because then it gets more. There's more on the.
Wait,
on
are you saying that like what they used in the movie was eroded? No.
That's what the
I don't
IMDb
believe
says.
that. That can't be.
I would love if that was
can't-
true.
that doesn't make
They used her
sense.
fucking self tape.
That can't be. That can't
The set.
be.
We gotta look at
were,
the background.
were they doing like self tapes in 2010, or did you have to come in and stand in front of a 80s
Little,
camcorder?
like camcorder.
Oof, they filmed that entire scene in one 14-hour day of her staring at the camera and doing every narration scene for the entire movie, and she would have to walk around and stretch her muscles from sitting so long.
Same girl.
I mean, like, there's been worse days, but also that
Of course.
sucks.
That
Yeah.
fucking sucks.
That's a lot of
baby.
lines.
Yeah, that is a lot of
she
lines.
probably put
Was
them-
she?
yeah.
Yeah, you could read those. You can read those off the screen.
That's really, I mean, that's a lot of ground
Yeah.
covered in one filming day. And
Yeah.
it is like the core of you buying into her character
Yeah.
is buying into that narration. And she killed
I liked
it.
that device. I liked it being like a vlog that in the end you realize was a live stream the whole time. I did like that reveal.
And Thomas Hayden Church was watching. And so were her parents from downstairs. They could have just
Yeah.
listened through the door.
Supportive parents.
Emma Stone dropped out of Zack Snyder's Sucker Punch.
Oh,
do this
wow. I
movie.
fucking love Sucker Punch.
Sucker Punch is a good movie.
We should do
Yeah.
that on this show.
Yeah, Sucker
Which
Punch is a good movie.
I would love to see her in Sucker Punch, but I'm
happy that
I'm
she did
glad
this.
she made the right call.
Yeah, she did. She did. Hindsight is 2020,
That was
of
my
course. But
screensaver for a long time.
Sucker Punch because it just looks so good.
At BuzzFeed, actually, that was my screensaver. I don't know why I
The
pointed at you.
screenwriter. Oh, I don't know if you got. This is a fun fact from Zach. I don't know if you saw this one. This isn't even on our facts. Lord and Miller, one of the greatest directing duos working right now, get name dropped in the movie.
Oh,
There's
do
a
they?
student named Phil Lord and another student named Chris Miller. And this was before they had blown up. Those are the directors of the Lego Movie, 21 Jump Street. They produced Spider-Verse. They just were naming students, and so Will Gluck and Emma Stone like chose friends in the industry.
That's cool.
Fun. The screenwriter. What have I told you? That he wrote the entire screenplay in 5 days.
What? Fuck you.
That's kind of crazy.
It's taking me 2 weeks to write 40 pages.
That's hard too.
Suck a dick. It hurts. Not you. Not you.
No,
40
okay.
pages. What
Yeah.
length is the episode?
It'll get cut down.
Okay.
It'll get cut down a lot.
So we have Dan Bird, who, again, give that man more work. He rocks.
Yeah.
Logan Lerman auditioned for that role.
Wow. Would I love to see a young Logan Lerman?
Logan
that?
Lurs.
Oh. Wow.
Whoa.
Who is it?
Damn.
It's about to be a great time for you on TikTok. You gotta search him, get him on your FYP.
Oh shit.
Who is he?
He's White Boy of the Month eternalized to like eternal stature.
What
He's
is
the
he
best
from?
White Boy of the Month of all time. He's from Percy Jackson,
The original Percy.
the original. Percy being a wallflower.
You know who this person is?
Yes, I do. And his beautiful big
Can you
blue
show
eyes.
me?
I got
Yeah.
you. I got you.
I like
I don't even.
like
maybe
energetically
I can't
punched in the
tell
face by that.
color?
And all I could do was turn to
They are
Rainie.
blue. Okay.
Handsome boy.
Yeah, and he's like I don't want to say approachably handsome, but like modern handsome.
He is
He's very.
so
he's
You don't
very
think
handsome.
you think he's approachable, handsome?
I think he's handsome.
Oh yeah, I'm talking to that guy.
I think he's handsome
No
in a
problem.
way where you're not going to be like, oh my god, this person is a model.
Yeah.
But I do think he
has
won't
boy
be
next
mean
door
to you.
vibes.
Like Chris Evans. Like
Yeah.
I'm walking up to him and at a 7-Eleven, like, sup.
Yeah, what's up? What's going on?
Whoa.
He looks like
I think
he has a
A-list.
nice vibe.
Yeah.
The way
Yeah.
that Kelsey feels like she would be friends with Emma Stone, I feel like
We could be friends. with
Logan Lerman and I,
Yeah.
like he would like be like my mom's friend's son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You grew up with
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's also insanely hot.
Yeah, this is also like very weird. I think that I would not be able to be friends with Lewis Hamilton, but I could be friends with Michael B. Jordan. Does that make sense? Like somebody is very, very attractive, but approachable, and then somebody is also very attractive, but like
Hot
steely.
take. I think you would be friends with Michael B. Jordan and like couldn't stand him, and then you would be friends with like Lewis Hamilton would approach you, and you guys would have like a weird ton of shit in common.
I think Lewis Hamilton would scare me.
I think he'd
seems like a
approach you,
scary
and that would
Lee.
make it less scary, and then you'd be like,
Okay.
"Oh my god, he's actually a really cool guy."
No.
Who would I be friends with?
I don't want to meet him.
Us.
I think you could be friends with Scorsese for sure.
Whoa.
Yeah. No,
I don't think I can hang.
Who's the
I
guy
think you
you were
could.
just with in Wyoming?
J.J. Abrams.
J.J.
Yeah.
Abrams. Also, yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
According to Kelsey's fun facts, we know that Emma Stone was the first person to audition. But someone else who auditioned for the role,
Jennifer Lawrence. I knew it. I fucking knew it, Rainie. Rainie, I knew it. I looked at you and I said it.
I'm glad she waited. It wasn't her time. It wasn't her time yet.
I think she's talked about it before, and she's been like, "No, I'm glad that it went to you."
That's great.
Yeah.
She's so sick.
Yeah. Did you see it when she said for the Golden Globes, if it doesn't go to Emma, I'm leaving?
Right.
Like
I thought she said,
it.
if I don't win, I'm leaving.
Oh, I thought she said, if Emma doesn't win, I'm leaving.
That makes more sense because I don't know if she would have been nominated. So yeah, okay, cool. Have you guys watched The Curse?
Not yet.
No.
It is the weirdest fucking show. I just want to full circle how weird Emma Stone is. She made a show with Benny Safdie and Nathan Fielder.
Yep.
Let me reverse that, with Nathan Fielder and Benny Safdie.
Hilarious.
And it is a horror movie in 10 episodes where nothing scary happens, but you just feel so viscerally uncomfortable.
Is it all the way out?
Uh-huh. And the last episode, I will say, is just a horror short film.
Sick.
Where, like, what if this weird thing happened? But she plays the most unbearable person. They are an HGTV couple.
Joanna Gaines is what it's like based off of,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, it is the range that she has between, I mean, Poor Things literally is the range of an entire human's life.
Yeah.
I just think the world of Emma Stone. I was looking at like her filmography and seeing how within like a 5-year span, she went from being the crush in Superbad to having her breakout to then filming La La Land and winning an Oscar. Maybe it was more like 7 years. It was just a meteoric rise, and there are not many people who I think deserve it more.
Yeah.
She's had all the success in the world,
Yeah.
and she has all the talent to back it up.
Yeah.
There's more to come.
I'm a
believer.
I'm a giant fan of hers.
I'm an Emma Stan.
Emma Stan.
Nice.
I'm an Emma Stan.
And I don't think I realized it until this moment. Like this, her doing Poor Things and The Curse is kind of this like victory lap of her saying, I'm an artist, I'm fucking weird, and I'm going to do whatever the hell I want. Mm-hmm. And then I go back and watch Easy A, and I see her singing in the shower, doing her,
Sniffing the lobster.
like fucking around with Tucci. And I go, oh, wow.
She's
You've always been there.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry that I didn't realize from the first moment you stepped on screen how talented you were.
I did.
I also believe that she is a joy to work with.
Oh,
like I'm sure like every director loves just working with her
coverage.
because yeah,
like,
and
she
then
doesn't
she's
have to. She's
on
great.
Poor Things they didn't have stand-ins, and so they were just like kind of there like the whole time.
Was it COVID
on set.
or why?
No, they just didn't have stand-ins.
They didn't want that.
They didn't want to do it work like that
I know also that it's all shot
in a studio.
in a studio, but the DP likes a naturalistic, like he wants to find the shot. So that's sometimes you will storyboard intensely and then you set up lights per the shot. Other times you want to be able to get into a space with a camera and find the shot, work with the actors, let them explore, put the camera where it belongs. To do that, you have to pre-light. And so they tried to keep that very small. And so the crew would just be like Emma, Yorgos, camera, like DP. Like they tried to keep it really intimate so that they could explore together and be artists. I
Very cool.
fucking love
Why
it.
don't
Very
we
cool
do that?
It's
Because we're not
expensive.
Yorgos Lanthimos.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm not Emma Stone?
You're not Emma Stone.
Bullshit.
So I'm just gonna end this by saying Emma Stone's a pleasure.
Pleasure. It's an easy A.
I'm going to give it a guilty pleasure only because I think it could have been all the way pleasure, but they kept a little bit of guilt in there with the lines and some of the cheese of high school, but I think it needs that. So I'm giving it a guilty P.
Yeah.
For easy A.
This is not a perfect movie, but dang. I a testament to how iconic it is Kelsey watched it for the first time, and before we were recording, I asked like, "What's the iconic line for the opening?" Pocket full of sunshine, and she like rattled off 7.
Yeah.
You
4 or
made
5.
your bed. Now I hope the sheets are clean.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Really good.
Say la vie. La vie. Nice one.
Emma Stone, be our friend. I'm at
Please.
Corn Dating on all the things.
I'm at Kelsey Darragh on all the things. Come see our live show in Philly and New York City. ConfidentlyInsecure.com for tickets.
I'm at Garrick Bernard on all the things.
And until next time, I got a bucket full of sunshine.